Hello everyone, it's Mel. I am going to think aloud and do what I do, and hopefully you can follow along and see how I have chosen to use up what I've got as opposed to start with a new book. So today is the 10th of November. There are 2 weeks left in November, and there are 5 weeks and 2 days in December. I have a new book coming at some point next week, maybe. I can't think straight, you guys, so disclaimer right off the bat. I took a fairly long break today. I actually did get dressed because it's very hard for me to stay in PJs all day long as much as I want to. Even being in PJs in itself is very hard for me because I've always been on guard, if you know what I mean, like very, what is the word I'm looking for? Vigilant. So I happened to grab this book just to flip through it. And I do this. I will go through some of the old Monique styled planners that I've done. Hers is her system. Mine is called KISS, Keep It Simple, Stupid, an acronym we used in the forces. I love the system. And I noticed in the back of this book, I have a chunk of paper. So let's see. There's a good chunk. And I could have cut this out because it literally has a gator mouth already. But you can see, like, there's a lot of pages back here. Okay, so some of them like have like the weeks in it. I hope I don't lose my voice, you guys. Some of them have the weeks in it. Some of them are lists to live by, calligraphy inks, what I was going to do up in October books, that can come out of there because October book was done. And then I have here some journaling, which I'm going to pin closed, and there wasn't a whole lot in here, so that's fine. I'm just going to pin those closed, take that out of there, throw it away. And wherever there's kind of like writing like that I haven't really gone through, I'm just going to pin it up and use this book. So this is a standard size. This was the first Moterm book I got for the system because it was the first system I literally copycatted Monique on getting. And I liked it because you could put the calendar up here, in here, if I wanted to. And this was my August 2025 book. And it's not too, like, chunky. And as you can see, there's a lot of pages. So I did some pen tests in the back, journal here. Didn't really journal there, so let's see, do I have a whiteout? And now what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to like back up very far. Like these were main projects. I could keep those. And then here, I'll do a quick flip, just a very quick flip of the August. Make sure you guys are in frame. All of this was inspired by Monique. And in part, I was looking at it because I was looking at like the vellums and stuff like that. But I was also seeing like my style of how I like to do things. And this is like a bookmark, but it's also like, because it was like sticky stuff here, so I just put that there. So I had some personal goals. I didn't fill in these stickers, but I'll come back to that. I'll leave these guys here. I used packaging here and here. These are video ideas that I put my day. Nono was what I used to call my Nanny and Nono from my Italian side, my mom's side. These are affirmations, gratitude, and then this one here was another week of gratitude, I believe. Yeah, and I didn't do it. And then to be read books, and then behind this I had some like notes, and they were supposed to like indicate the best memories. It's a good idea, I just didn't do it. Inhale, exhale. These were off of Pinterest. These were brain dumps that like some of them I just like scratched originally, and then I went in and got magazine images. So that was my first brain dump up there. And this was the weekly. And you can see some of the tabs are missing. Like I used to keep tabs on everything, but I think I ran out. So if I'm talking super slow, you guys, I'm sorry. Like I'm really tired. So what's interesting about these two pages is that I remember this month, and I really wanted to brain dump areas of my life where I was talking about spirit, body, and mind, which I believe the trifecta. Like, it could be, it might not be. The older I get, the less I know for sure what anything is. Like, I know nothing, you guys. And I say that as humbly as I could possibly say that. Like, everybody's truth is for themselves. However, every day I wake up and I learn something new, and I realize just how little I actually know. So, but as much as these two pages weren't, because I did the square here, and what did I write here? Okay, so for spirit, I wanted, like for my soul, I wanted to reflect and do script writing, inspirational quotes, 3 to 6 days a week, YouTube, 10 to 30 minutes a day or more of like art. So YouTube art, and then writing. That was not like my personal writing. And then here was my emotions. Okay, better, best. And what made it that way. So, okay. I used terminology that I wouldn't now use. This was only back in August. So August, September, October, and now we're like, so 2.5 months down the road. So if I was feeling quote unquote lazy on repeat, what kinds of things would bring me back up to better? And then once I got to better, what kind of things would bring me up to best? And then some vellum, and then my body. Okay, so what did my body need? My body needed like vitamins. My body needed water. My body needed exercise, and like I needed to care for my teeth and my hygiene and my flexibility. And then what kind of trackers did I need? Mind for meditation, art, creativity, walking, balanced diet, and cleaning. So it actually turned out better than I thought. I don't know why I wrote cozy with an S. Here we do it with a Z. I put this tracker in here, and I'm using kind of the same tracker in the binder I just did up. I used it here. See? But I didn't fill it out because I wasn't sure how to do it. Now I think I do. And then I talked about finances. I wrote expand on this section to include in and out, allowance, healthy, vice, unhealthy spending. And then I kept some packaging from the Little Bits box. Outline of planning priorities. And then these I've had for quite some time. But I think these came from Franklin Covey. And then, yeah. And then just some casual notes. And spend time with people you love. So me time. So morning routine, PM routine. Yeah. And dailies. Now, because I don't put pictures of my own family in here, I cut out magazines to do that. And then I was only doing 1 page a day for dailies. So now I don't know whether I'm going to do 1 page or 2 page. In this book, I'll do 1. And as you can tell, sometimes I did like a double spread. And then items to look forward to or do, how to proceed, art from art magazines, the Alice in Wonderland again, some CGI, I believe. Yeah, I think that is CGI. From magazines, Sweet Summer, Playing in the Garden, do all the things referred to brain dump for week 1, migrate to week 3. And then this was, I think this was PM routine I was doing. Look at the bright side of life. And the first and foremost one was gather your friends. Because I think like, oh, I'm cold, you guys. I have to grab my sweater. Freezing. My heat's on. Like, but when you're battling something, you know, like you just get chilly. I'm right by the heat register too, so. So, like, I'm going to go through it really quickly from this point. I would have not done this at all, except I deleted all my other videos. So I'm just going to flip. Now, this was my tracker log, and this was essentially what I was looking for. What did I want to track? Was this what I wanted to track? And yes, bingo, this exactly was what I wanted to track. So I'm going to put that in there. And then Peanuts Planner Co. Now keep in mind this is a standard. I could have cut a book down and did a brand new standard, but why? I don't mind mixing up books. And here we are on the dailies again. That's when my youngest grandson was born. And we're back to dailies. Private information, do not remove. And then I had a food log. Oh no, I had a spending log, a food log. Like I said, I'm not sure why these tabs are off, except I was probably low. Then for art pages, I just cut out art pictures. I love these colors. This was week 3, August 11th to 17th. Tools for creativity. And then here I am, morning. So morning is blue at the top. Here is the brain dump. Easily distracted by books and cats. Yep. And raccoons. There was a cougar sighting in the park. I was going to give away my walker. And then I had second thoughts on that. Simply because I had a doctor tell me that, like, it was issued to me by Veterans Affairs, and I had a doctor tell me that with my back, I never know if I'm ever gonna, like, push it too hard, and that surgery I had, like, might not work, and something happens, and I'll need it, and so that was not a fun call to make. I hate saying things that's why I try not to promise. This is achievement, master brain dump. This one I think was unnecessary. So I'm just going to write unnecessary. Okay, let's see, did that go through? This is a Stalogy, a B or an A5, like I said, cut down to standard. Lots and lots of stuff. Why is that there? So as I don't need them, I'm just pulling them off. Then I have a second, no, this is the weekly. Okay, so here's the weekly. I have a cleaning log for the morning and the night. Now let's go back here for a second because I want to see. Okay, brain dump. There's the weekly. Yeah, cleaning log, morning and PM. Okay. And then to do, this is when I was planning my oldest daughter's baby shower. That was tough for me because I was doing it by myself, but I did it. This is affirmations, dailies. I look at this picture and it just brings me back to my nanny's house. And then again, just one day a page. So maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. Then this one's budget. So I said, apart from subscriptions, I have been excellent in not purchasing mindlessly. As for the subscriptions, I swear I can't remember signing up for these items or any. Oh, that doesn't surprise me because my memory is like crap. And then this is my food log. I'm going to go back to this because I like to know what's in my cupboard. And then this was week 4, August 18th to 24. So my birthday was in here, you guys, but like I don't really make a huge deal about it. It would have been right here. And the reason I don't, I mean, I did put balloons, but I don't like. And then I put Jeannie's Dream because I had an Aunt Jeannie who I never met. So, but also this particular Jeannie created the Butchart Gardens where I live, and people come from far and wide to see it. So I'll show you some of the pictures. This is real pictures. This was in Daphne's diary, actually. I was surprised. So, and then these are morning thoughts, brain dump. So I was definitely giving more to my brain dump. Food and health log. So instead of they had a lot more sections. Here's the food log. They're not all colored in. So yeah, I chose on this one to put a tracker here. Instead of lists. I think I prefer this one. And then this is the sleep tracker. Vitamins. I didn't do any vitamins. Like, I've been really terrible. And then movement. So, summary, key, meds, vitamins, movement, and lists. And then this one just had ultimate trackers, sleep tracker, and then I did a fruit fast twice that week. That's when I really decided, okay, I was doing the fast because they made me feel so much better. So this is my money incoming. Okay. I'm not sure I want to put all like of my stuff here, my subscriptions, what I was like spending on Amazon, my expenses. I'm not sure I want to do all of that. I think I just want to put my allowance and then like keep it for what I'm spending on my hobbies. This is the weekly log again from Peanuts Planner Co. Daily routines, to do, to buy, walk and exercise and sleep. And then my appointments, of course, up here. Now, did I have a calendar somewhere in the beginning? I think I did, yeah, because my calendar in the beginning not only was this one that a sticker a day, but it was also in here. Let's just see. Yeah, so I had it originally. Let's get that off of there and this off of there. And this is like a pen holder from the Smash Book, the K&C company. And so I just like added this back part, and like Monique showed us how to do this, and I just slid it in here, and next thing you know, did I put in backwards? See, there's August 2025. I could have put the calendar there, but I didn't. And then this is my habit trackers. Okay, and the reason I didn't is because look, like I could just barely like close it. So I'm not sure. Okay, so where were we? Let's get back to, I think we were along here. My dailies, yeah, dailies. I'm just going to speed back through this. So I think I jumped a week ahead, but it's the same thing. Food log. Look at how much crap I ate this week. Too much food. And the wrong kind of food. Because, like, if I'm on the OMAD diet, I don't crave all this crap. I think I showed you guys. Oh, yeah, we're past week. Okay. We're into this. Okay. So the money, the weekly log, and then this is intro to the dailies. And then again, I jumped it to 2 pages. And I don't think I like it as much. I got my TWSBI pen here, August 19th. And then this was, I didn't even like this because these stickers from James Burke, I like James Burke, but they were just the wrong stickers. So like I didn't like that page. I didn't even do it. And then again, when I plan ahead, it's not good for me. I can't plan ahead. So this was my daughter's baby shower, and I was like wiped. This is work projects. This I took out of like a book, like one of those. I'm sure you all see them. You open them up, you get this on one side, and then on the other side you get like sticky tabs. And then the trackers again. I was tracking for mood, gratitude, low energy, mid energy, high energy. This is thanks to the low, mid, and high. Planning with Charlie. And I will write her down because I love her channel. Let's see. Like, why is it I can have, like, we're planner people, right? And yet, like, good luck. Mentions. If I forget to mention you guys in my description box, just post it down like under your comments. Okay, I'll see them. Then I've got my tracker up here with the books that I've got on the go. So you can see 2, 4, 6, 8. So spiritual. I personally would rename this now Faith. Art books. Commonplace is secretary or rings. Hobo Weeks, A6, Hobo Cousin Avec, and the Kiss Planner. And then I have, so I've got the planners, the mood, the AM and the PM routine. And Saturday and Sunday I did not do this week. But that's okay because it's like Saturday and Sunday, right? Like, I don't really care. It's like I'm trying to be regulated from Monday to Friday. So then these are just nothing pages where I just like coffee and musings, I called it. Even though I can't have coffee. But one can dream. And then, yeah, these are all to do with the baby shower. And then here's week 5. And I think I left like a pocket in here if I wanted to put a little note to myself. And here is where I kind of started to fall off. I mean, I did it. This was my morning whatever. But I didn't do the last day of the month. And like I was really struggling with like leg cramps. And I think I severely cut it down because I dropped, I think I was struggling like on the video saying like it's getting too much for me. But the fact of the matter is I think like I was just at a point that we get to where we're like, okay, you know what? What's the basic? And I remember Monique saying to me, just cut it down to basics. So this worked. And then I just stuck down some images and played. Brain dump, nothing. Because I didn't want to do anything. And then this is daily inspiration. Again, nothing. So you can see I'm starting to fall off here. Food and health log. Didn't care. Didn't do money or finances or sinking funds or anything in here. So the Twisby that I showed you earlier today, because I know, I'm probably going to get a question. Where are you? Is it in here? There it is. So this Twisby was for my birthday party, my birthday last year. I thought I got this other one. This one here. So maybe it was my Christmas present. But this Twisby is the TWC 0032 fountain pen Econo T. And it's brown tan. Doesn't look brown tan to me. Unless I have another one. All right. So, in case you were wondering, that one at least is good. And then here, weekly log. Now, this is house projects, and I'm going to leave that there. So I'm going to go back here, because what I'm going to do here, when you guys aren't with me, is I'm going to make this a cover page, because nothing was done on it. So, piece of paper, please. And what I like about these is that they fit in nice. And then I'm just going to take this guy down here, although how far down? There. Unless I have another silver. I don't think I do. Let's see what the silver one up here was used for. Daily gratitude. Maybe I'll borrow that and put the gratitude like that and use the silver down here. Okay, so that now can be the rest of November. And I'm not going to backtrack. So I have main projects. And I did pull out some and I'm just going to lay like these things down. Okay, so blue. Okay, that's house project, so that's already there. How did I know? Okay, and then so I had a purple pen somewhere. Okay, let's just fold it back up and clip it. We'll remove that for a minute. Now this baby is well loved. It's marked. It is a Moterm, standard size, and it is a string planner, and I've just put paper in there with some decorations. Like many of you have seen this multiple times. I even made a writing board. Put some plastic in there. It's got a blotting paper. So I do have a ruler. Where did I put that? Sometimes you guys, oh, here it is. Okay. I was going to say, sometimes, like, if you think you lose your mind, well, yep, me too. So, house project. Now, the reason I'm putting this here or leaving this here is because I have many projects to do between now and the end of the year. Mainly, like, I really want to push for the rest of my crop to be gone. Let's see if I have, yes I do. And I also have this little Wee piggy went to market. So I'm going to put that there in case I need it. So tracker, yes, I want that. I'm going to put that back in, that back in. Daily intentions or motivation. I'm going to put motivation or daily intentions. Food and health log. This money and finances, it only needs to really be half a page. Weekly log. Dailies. It's going to be 7. Work projects. That's at the beginning, so that one's already done. And art. So what I mean by art, it can be anything. It could be me deciding to add paint down, whatever. Okay, so how many pages is that? So tracker, which is the orange one, this one. I really like this. And it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Because I put 2 in a line. I don't know if you guys can see that. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So 25. But that's not my just going to put trackers 25 lines times 2. Okay. I don't have the AM here. Why not? So AM pages. I like those. But they could just be called thought pages or pages. Or thoughts. Maybe thoughts. I don't know. Because like I do morning journaling separately and I don't particularly keep it in here. So what else? I'm just trying to think. If I put how I did this. Okay. So here's thoughts. And then I did brain dump. But this one's different because now I have home projects, which, oh, that good. Okay, so home projects, which I want to bring down a bit because I want my brain dump at the top. And then I need something a little stronger here. And home projects. No, that's not dark enough. Two. Okay. So that'll be the first one. That's in blue. And then the next one I'm trying to figure out because like when I was doing this, you guys, off camera, and I was like, I already like made a 4 square or a quadrant. So I can make that daily intentions, I suppose. Yeah. So, okay. Let's get these laid out. And as always, I will refer to Monique in my description box, you guys. But I like having this book at the very least. It is what's the word I want to use? Let's get you up there. And then we're going to have to do it different. Let's, do I have a permanent one that's not going to bleed all the way through? Bear with me. Okay, so this one is, pardon me, you guys. So dailies, no. My head is all foggy, you guys. My apologies. So this is daily intentions, motivation. So I'm gonna do that one here. And then this one here is going to be morning thoughts. So let's do that. Thoughts. These are super thin. You get lots, so tons. Okay, so there's thoughts. Okay, and then I think it's brain dump. Yeah. So this one's easy. Brain dump is quite easy because it's just a line and a half. And that's good because I have, even in my current state, like, I still have things I have to do because that's just life. Huh. Sounds like a Louis Armstrong song, right? It's just life. But it is. So this is brain dump. And it's important I don't let the system go prior to my January one, because, and I really apologize if I'm speaking monotone, you guys. Please make sure you grab yourself a drink. Like I said, it's a bit difficult for me to get air into my body. And I'm gonna like get some fluids, but you know, like I'm older, so you know what happens when you drink lots of fluids, right? Like I don't want to be jumping up and down all through this video and pausing it. So this is brain dump. Now I really like the brain dump at the top. Like that is by far my favorite. So we're gonna do a swappy. So this home projects is going to go down. This is going to go up because Monique starts hers on the tracker. And like I really should, because to me, that's the hub. It's the executive function. But for me, if I don't get the, like, the pests out of my brain, it doesn't matter. So we're going to do that. Okay, so there's 4, and then after that, and then this one was daily intentions, I think. I already put that, did I not? Yes, different color, but yes, I did it. Let's go back a week and make sure. See, there's art. I constituted that as art. It's not, though. Okay, so I call this observations, thoughts. So I better put observations on this one as well. You'd be surprised, like, the amount of influx of downloadable energy I get in the morning. It's crazy, Stations. And I think as a neurodivergent, that's our superpower. Like, we're just, like, there's the tracker. So that's pretty easy to do. Leave that here because this one is pretty easy to do, but I need a sturdier ruler, so I'm going to use this one. I don't really care if they're even. I think I'm going to have to fold the book in a different direction again. There we go. Okay, we're going to cut this baby in half. Somewhere along there. And then let's take a look. See, the tracker's up here. I know this can be like boring. You guys can like double speed it. Look at it's like psychedelic over there. Okay, come on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Like I always say, you know what? Like, I'm not a perfectionist, so that kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I'll write over it. It doesn't matter. Now, these ones I want to make a little bit wider because they have 2 in them. And what's I find really interesting is, like, I do have thoughts, a lot of thoughts for how I could do this system, but every time I do it, it just looks like Monique's. So it's like playing one of the thousands of songs with the same 4 chords of the guitar. They might be sped up a little, they might slow down a little, but at the end of that song track, they look, sound, sense, like everything about them, I recognize is not my own. It's not. And we're influenced all the time by people around us. So now, I guess I'm going to put pink for tracker, and I'm going to move the brain dump down, which means everything else has to move down, which means this is a mess. Okay, let's see. Let's get you moved down to here, and let's get you moved down to here. Crooked, crooked, crooked. And you guys, like, I can barely see out of these eyes, so forgive me. And I think, hopefully, I have time to pause it and fill in all this stuff. Okay, and then pink will be tracker. As I'm like flinging this pen everywhere. What, did I dry it out? Oh, good. Tracker. Gotta learn to put the lid on these pens because they do dry very quickly. Come on, you. What time are we looking at? See, I always, like, instinctually, I always seem to know when time is up. But that's fine because essentially, in a nutshell, I'm just showing you that I'm not wasting paper, and this is what I've planned on doing. Now, and to be honest, it's nice having company. Okay, so there we are. I don't want to leave that there, so I'm going to put this one in there because I need to do that. And then the next one, I believe, after tracker is what? Brain dump, daily intention, food and health log, weekly log. So I'm going to put weekly log next because I think that's important. If I can find my purple pen. So, like, I'm really doing it a bit different, you guys. But I'm just playing. Checking things out, seeing if the layout is what I want it to be. That's crooked, I know. And then morning routine. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. And then this one is to do and to buy. But also, I have been putting at the bottom of this one so this is like steps and sleep. Okay, and then to do bye. Okay, so I've done that. And again, it might be a little bit longer. So I've got dailies 2 pages here. No, I'm not up for that. Not right now. So I've done weekly. I'm going to keep the work projects out. The food and health log. Okay. I'm going to do this different. 2, 4. Okay. And then here, I'm going to write recipes and stuff like that. So, food and health log is, what color? Blue? Light blue. Some of these colors might duplicate each other, but oh well. And what got me thinking about this today is like going through what I did in 2023 and not having it documented because it needs to be. So that one should have come off of there. Right. Where's the weekly? Did I put a tab on the weekly? Nope. So you can come here, and you can come down here after I just smeared that, and then what's left? So there's art. So I've got a little thing here for art. So why not? We'll give it 2 pages. And then there's dailies. We'll give that 7 pages. So that's going to be the intro here. So actually it's like 4 pages then of of blank pages. So I'm just going to put that there and write intro to dailies. Okay, and then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh gosh, I lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so dailies are done. And then food's done, money, art, and home. Home projects. Okay, I've got that one in there. Okay, so the only thing I need to do here is, I think what I'll do is put a wish list, because like the season's coming up, right? I'm gonna do, I guess it'll look like another Peanuts Planet Co. weekly, because that's like easy. And my squiggly lines, if they bother you guys, sorry. I'm at 101.5, okay? So like they can stay squiggly. This is going to be expenses. And I haven't used the green. So we'll put expenses down there. Expenses and sinking funds. And then, yeah, so I think like that. Do up a Christmas book this year. Use a scrapbook. That's a good idea. I'm just going to pin this. But you see how, like, I just don't want to waste paper, you guys. I just want to use what I've got. I haven't put any decorations in here at all. And sinking funds. And the next time you see this, I'll be actively using it. And I called it money before, but I'm not now. This is going to be, this should come off here, but I need it to stay. Okay, and then this is going to be November 10th. Forward. Just leave it like that and start. Okay, so I'm going to obviously have to put something in between here and here. I haven't done it yet, but I do have house projects. I'm just gonna like lift that up here. I'm gonna label in all of these dates. Brain dump. My ugly looking trackers for now, but you'll see, it'll come together. The weekly log. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What worked, what didn't work, or if I fasted. Menus. And then 1, 2 for art projects. And then dailies, I've got 7 pages. And then this is expenses and sinking funds. So I'll have to figure out, like, in there what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just, like, put that upside down so I know. And then as for journal, I don't think so, because, like, I haven't been having any luck in that. So I'm going to throw all of these in the back. Maybe second back. Bring it around and put it in like this well-loved case again. And I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. Like, it was like a total on-the-fly kind of video. I'm just trying to keep everything like where it needs to be in my head, because it's important that I do that. And otherwise, and I get to use up the paper. So, I like to put, like, well, I don't even know what pen this is. This is the Pentel Energel pen, and purple. Let's see, maybe a light green. I've already got one green out of here, but here's the green. Because November, like, I associate with maybe orange. We can still do orange. Okay, we'll do orange. And that's the main two colors. So now, like, I've got projects on the go, and then I still have my main planners, and I haven't set up anything yet, but this is me, guys. Like, I like doing it this way. And I think it's okay if you do your planners any way you want. Like, have fun, because it's important that you do. And you know what? Life is too short, you guys. Life is too short. Like, I feel like, be kind. Be a kind human. But by all means, don't back yourself up into a corner and say you can't because of XYZ, and that somebody's saying to you, you can't be happy. That's like bullocks completely. So, I wanted to do this because, you know, like I said, there's 7.5 weeks to the new year, and I still like the freestyle of this system very, very much. So if you want to know more about Monique's system, please go to Monique Writes. I'll have it in my description. She then go into her playlist. She's got like 5 videos, and she'll walk you through her system. And if you do use it, please don't forget to give her credit and tag her. I think that's only the right thing to do. That's me personally. I'm just going to put that guy there for now. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're all perfectly imperfect. You are loved, needed, wanted, far, far more than you will ever know. And for all of you that have been praying for me, thank you so, so much. I need to go lay down now and try to just rest. Okay. Bye for now, everyone.